Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Chicago PD star hints at disastrous direction for Reid and Voight's friendship. Chicago PD star Sean Hattersley hints at a disastrous direction for Reid and Voight's friendship after the intense revelations of the latest episode. During the newest episode of Chicago PD Season 12, a series of events led to Reid Hattersley manipulating the many people in his pocket to bring a new drug kingpin, Otero, into territory the intelligence unit had cleared because of their work throughout the episode. Realizing just how deep the corruption runs and how Reid is at the center of it all, Voight, Jason Begg, has a tense conversation with him, deciding to take him down. Speaking with TV Insider, Hattersley explained that a future Chicago PD episode will see Reid and Voight's friendship tested once again, as the latter will be tasked with protecting Otero. He teases another intense scene between the pair when Reid tries going to Torres, Benjamin Levy Aguilar, to make things run more smoothly, going behind the surgeon's back. Check out what Hattersley had to say about their next encounter below. Reid's upcoming decisions are seemingly going to impact other characters on Chicago PD just as much as they do Voight, something that could motivate him further into fighting back. He's not alone in his decision to bring the deputy chief to justice either, with Chapman, Sarah Buse, also on his side. Since she's an assistant state's attorney, she has more power in the matter than most others in the show could, giving the main character an advantage over his enemy. But it also seems he's still doing his bidding not long from now. Given Hattersley's statement, it seems a future episode will be acting as a direct follow-up to Season 12, Episode 15, exploring the consequences of Otero's new territory. He also explicitly mentions the friendship between Reid and Voight breaking down, something that seems inevitable now that the surgeon has decided he needs to go. While it's unclear if their conflict will spill over into a potential Chicago PD Season 13, what happens between them will clearly be explosive enough to change their dynamic forever. Because of what transpired in the latest episode, it wouldn't be surprising if Voight decided to run headlong into taking Reid down, even if the dangers of the situation aren't fully clear yet, because Chicago PD still has some time left before its Season 12 final. The upcoming episodes may continue this storyline in the background as he and Chapman investigate. What the results will be remains unclear, outside the friendship that will be destroyed in the name of doing what's right. As fans of Chicago PD eagerly await the next season, the tension between characters is palpable. Among the most compelling relationships on the show is the one between Detective Jay Halstead and Officer Kevin Atwater. However, one friendship that has drawn significant attention recently is the dynamic between Hank Voight, the ever-intense intelligence unit sergeant, and the newly promoted detective, Reid. While Reid, a young and promising officer, has always looked up to Voight as a mentor, a Chicago PD star has hinted that their once solid friendship might be heading toward a disastrous direction. This intriguing revelation came during an interview with Chicago PD star, who plays Reid, as she shared insights into her character's future. The cryptic comments sent fans into a frenzy, sparking theories and speculation about what's next for the iconic duo. It seems that a seismic shift could be coming in their relationship, one that will test Reid's loyalty and Voight's authority in ways fans have never seen before. A mentor and his protege. From the beginning of Reid's time on the force, Voight has been the kind of mentor every rookie officer dreams of. Tough, decisive, and protective of those he cares about, Voight has often seen potential in Reid, guiding him through the more treacherous parts of their work. Reid, for his part, has admired Voight, trusting his judgment and embracing the challenges that come with being part of the intelligence unit. However, Reid's journey has not been without bumps in the road. He has had his moments of doubt and frustration, especially as he has had to navigate the high-stakes world of policing while grappling with his own moral compass. Yet Voight's influence on him has been undeniable. The question, though, is whether Reid has fully embraced Voight's methods or is slowly beginning to question them. A friendship tested by power. As Chicago PD fans know, Voight isn't exactly the textbook definition of a by-the-book cop. He's willing to bend the rules, operate in moral gray areas, and sometimes use his power in ways that are highly questionable. Reid, on the other hand, has always been a bit more idealistic. He believes in doing the right thing, even if it's hard. This difference in their approach to policing has always been a quiet undercurrent in their relationship, but it's one that's poised to come to a head. The show has already teased moments where Reid struggles with Voight's controversial decisions, and as his career progresses, Reid will be forced to make increasingly difficult choices. The biggest question looming over their friendship is whether Voight's methods will drag Reid into a darker, more destructive direction, or whether Reid will ultimately break away from his mentor's shadow to follow his own path. During the interview, the actress who plays Reid hinted at this tension, saying, "There's always been a part of Reid that looks to Voight for guidance. But as things get more complicated, that relationship is going to be tested in ways that could lead to a disastrous direction. Reid is not the same person he was when he first joined the team, and Voight might be too set in his ways to see that change in him." The breaking point. While it's clear that Reid respects and values his friendship with Voight, the growing tension could lead to a breaking point. As Reid's character evolves, so too will his ability to make decisions independent of Voight's influence. The trust they once had in one another could be shaken as Reid finds himself increasingly torn between his mentor's ruthless methods and his own desire to do the right thing. This could create a perfect storm for a rift that may be irreversible. Voight, who has always been fiercely protective of his team, might not take kindly to what he perceives as disloyalty or questioning of his authority. Meanwhile, Reid, as he matures as an officer, may find it increasingly difficult to justify his loyalty to a man whose methods are, at times, morally ambiguous. The question remains, can their friendship survive this fundamental shift in their relationship? Fans are divided. As with any major shakeup in a beloved TV series, fans are divided over what's to come. Some believe that a falling out between Voight and Reid could add new layers of depth to both characters, offering more dramatic tension and opportunities for growth. Others are wary that this development could undermine the strength of their bond, which has been one of the most compelling aspects of the show since Reid's introduction. One fan commented, "I've always loved the mentor-mentee dynamic between Reid and Voight. If they go in this disastrous direction, I'm not sure how I'll feel about it. But I guess it's a natural progression. People change, and sometimes those changes create tension. It'll be interesting to see where it goes." Another fan expressed concern. "I hope they don't ruin the friendship between these two. Voight's been a father figure to Reid in so many ways. It'll be heartbreaking if that all falls apart." However, there are those who are excited for the potential drama this shift could bring. "I think it'll be amazing to see Reid finally step up and show he's capable of making his own choices," one fan wrote. "He's been under Voight's shadow for so long. A little tension might be exactly what he needs to find his true voice." A new era for Reid. Whatever direction the show takes, one thing is clear. Reid's journey is far from over, and his relationship with Voight will be at the center of some of the most dramatic moments to come. As the star hinted, Reid is entering a new phase of his career and personal life, one where he will no longer simply follow in Voight's footsteps. Whether that leads to a stronger, more independent Reid or a painful rift remains to be seen. What's certain is that the future of Reid and Voight's friendship is up for grabs. The disastrous direction hinted at by the star may be the catalyst for a thrilling new chapter in Chicago PD, where loyalty, authority, and moral dilemmas collide in ways that keep fans on the edge of their seats. As fans eagerly await the next season, one question remains: will Reid and Voight's friendship survive the storm, or will the disaster hinted at by the star prove too much to overcome? Only time will tell.